Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we answer the tough questions like, should you use the ribbed grilled grate or the flat top when cooking salmon on your Ninja Woodfire? And, speaking of salmon, why did the salmon cancel its cable? That one's easy, because it preferred streams. Today we are going to make some blackened salmon with a mango salsa, but we're going to do that to figure out if we should use the ribbed grilled grate or the flat top. I always say that I prefer the flat tops because you get a better contact with the food the whole way through. The only thing the ribbed grilled grate does, in my opinion, is give you some pretty grill marks, but it sacrifices the flavor of the food, in my opinion. Is my opinion right? I don't know. Let's find out. To do that, we need to prep our wood fire grill. For this test, I'm going to use my 50-50 grate. I've got ribbed over here and flat over here. This way I can cook two of them at the exact same time, and we can get a pretty good comparison. Don't worry about this. You're going to follow whichever one comes out best. So either you're going to use the ribbed or the flat. We'll figure that out at the end. Next, you're going to grab your hopper. And then we're going to fill it with some smoking pecan shell pellets. I think this will be a nice mix of flavors for the salmon. Salmon goes well with pecan. I'm getting down to the end of this bag, so I've got a bunch of dust. Fill the hopper all the way to the top.
Right to the top.
Give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing, but I feel like it makes it burn better. I still do it every time. We're gonna set this to the grill high setting. We're gonna use wood fire, because why not? And we're gonna set it to 12 minutes and hit start. It's gonna go through its whole preheat and ignite the pellets and everything. While that's going on, let's prep our salmon and let's prep some mango salsa. The first thing we're gonna do is mix up some blackening spice. And I'm using an old shaker. I kind of save most of my old shakers when I buy spices so that I can do this kind of stuff. Just makes your life a little easier. In it, we are gonna put in a tablespoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm using Italian seasoning because it's got oregano, thyme, and a bunch of other wonderful things in there that's gonna go great. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and 1 tablespoon each of granulated garlic and granulated onion. Blackening spice. Let's make our salsa. Nothing too crazy here. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. The first thing we have are some cherry tomatoes. You can use any tomato you want. I just happen to have these on hand and they're like multicolored. They look pretty nice. So we're just gonna go ahead and chop these up into smaller pieces. You enjoying this video? Well, there's a few simple things you can do to help me out. 1, you could subscribe if you're not already. 2, you could give the video a like and hit that bell. All right? That should be enough of them. About 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Now we're gonna take a red onion, but we're only gonna use half of it. We'll give it a quick dice. About 4 good-sized cloves of garlic. Give them a little chop. A mango. You can swap out any fruit you want. You could do pineapple, you could do guava, whatever you got that's in season and looks good. You just want a little fruit. My mango is not the ripest, but it'll do. I would prefer a little bit riper mango. I may have to add a little bit of sugar to get this a little bit sweeter because of the mango not being kind of where I want it. Slice a lime in half, and then we want some cilantro. And all of this goes into a bowl. Squeeze in the juice of your lime. Probably use 2 limes on this guy. Little mix. Add as much salt and pepper as you want to taste, and go stick this in the fridge. You want it nice and cold when you top your fish. Speaking of our fish, let's go get it. This is gonna work with skinless or skin-on salmon. I'm using skinless. This is a 2.4 pound or gram piece of salmon, and we're gonna cut it into 6-ounce fillets or gram fillets. When you're slicing your salmon, depends on if you wanna be pretty and fancy or if you just wanna do it. See how the fish gets thinner here at this end than it is on this nice thick end? A lot of people will suggest that if you want it to cook perfectly, you can just slice off this end here. Me, I use this to make a little bit of ceviche. And now we're gonna go probably like a 3-finger fillet should be a nice piece of fish. And there you go, a nice piece of fish. That's probably like your average salmon size. We're gonna do 2 of these. Is that 6 ounces? I don't know. The rest of this, we're gonna save for later. We have our nice 2 pieces of fish here, and we are gonna cover them with a little bit of melted butter. The melted butter is the key to getting these to be quote unquote blackened, because it's the milk solids in the butter that actually turns the color that's gonna give you that actual blackened look. So we're gonna go ahead and take and give a nice liberal coating on the one side. We're gonna take our shaker and get a good dusting of our blackening season on there. We made more than we need, but this stuff is great to have around. We're gonna take these over to the grill. It says it's ready. I placed them seasoning side down right in the middle of the 2. We're gonna close that lid and we're gonna cook it for about 4 minutes. Our goal is to cook these to an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. To do that, we're gonna go ahead and cook them to 140 Fahrenheit Celsius, and then let them come up to 145 as they rest for 5 minutes. These are about 115 in the center, so we'll just cook them for a little bit, right till they hit that 140. Hit with a nice little squeeze of lime right here at the end. And there you go, perfectly cooked blackened salmon on the wood fire. Visually, these don't look that dissimilar to me. Little bit of a rib on the one that was cooked on the grill grate. I still think if you just look at the tops of the fish, I prefer the ones cooked on the flat top. That's just me. I like that nice even crust look instead of the bumpy look. But see if they taste good or different. We'll cut them down the middle as we tear one of them. Extra spritz of lime, never hurts fish. Let's dig in. We'll go to this one first. Just the fish. Ooh, nice and flaky. Perfect. Got that nice blackened taste. It's not a burnt taste. Just wonderful. All right, go with this guy. Exactly the same. Just so good. Let's try it with a little bit of our salsa. So nice. That citrus and the brightness of it, it's just fresh. That is a great dish. This you can cook really fast too. This is a great weeknight meal. Highly recommend doing this on your Ninja Woodfire. Or if you have a Blackstone, you could do it on there. You can do it in a pan. Anyway, it's gonna come out great. You do still get that hint of the smokiness with the wood fire. I like that. And this salsa, honestly, I can just eat it. Get yourself some chips. That'll be fantastic. If you're enjoying this content, please do the likey subscribe stuff. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. And like 90% of you guys who watch these videos aren't subscribed. If we could just get all of you guys subscribed, I'd hit like 100,000 instantly. It's just one little button. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. If you really want to support this channel, consider becoming a member. Members get updates ahead of you guys. They know what's coming before you do. They get early access to videos. They get shout outs, producer credits, all kinds of fun stuff. Information will be in the description below. Also, I'll throw links to just about everything I use. The full recipe will be down there. That's on my website, dadgotthis.com. Whole bunch of useful information down in the description. If you want to get a wood fire, links there. Some of those links are affiliate links. They help me out if you use them, and I appreciate it. So as far as the question of what's better, the flat top or the ribbed, I guess it's up to you. If you like the look of the flat top, go with that. If you like the grilled mark look, go with that. I guess it honestly doesn't really matter. It's still delicious either way. Guess that only leaves one question left to answer. What does a salmon say when it swims into a wall? Damn. Yeah, Dad may tell horrible dad jokes. Do tests that basically prove nothing. Cook fantastic salmon. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This episode of Dad Got This was brought to you by our producers. Thank you very much.